I don't care if he has cancer. I'm not paying for his meal. And here's why.
Tell me why.
Normally, I don't share private business on social media, but this time I'm gonna.
Lay it down.
So my female 28 fiance, Jack, male 30, has a friend, Steve, male 33, who had cancer, but now is doing better. He's one of Jack's closest friends, and Jack was there for him all the way to the end of treatment. Steve started going out and socializing again, which is great. However, whenever we go out, Jack will expect me to pay for Steve's meals and drinks.
Excuse me?
Using the excuse he had cancer. Show some empathy.
Why don't you show some empathy then?
We went to an electronics shop once, and Jack told me to pay for Steve's purchases because he's had cancer. I stepped it up once or twice, but then I told him I couldn't anymore. And he emphasized the fact that he had cancer and reminded me of how his financial status was affected, and so we should help him from time to time. It's funny how I'm always the one paying footing the bill. So, yesterday, Jack and I were at a restaurant for lunch. Steve somehow showed up and sat with us. We ate lunch. Steve's just fucking crashing.
What are
the
you
whole
doing,
thing.
man?
We ate lunch and chattered, and then before we left, and as soon as I was about to pay the bill, Jack gestured for me to pay for Steve's meal too.
Bro.
I played dumb and said, I'm sorry, but why should I pay for his meal? Jack obviously didn't want to say because he has cancer and is struggling out loud in front of Steve, so he asked me to step outside so we could talk. I refused and said that there was nothing to say, that Steve had cancer, which was unfortunate and all, but that in no way makes him entitled to my money. Steve looked stunned. He glanced at Jack, and Jack was fuming. He told me to just pay this time. Just pay this time, honey. But I only paid for our lunch and then got up and made my way out.
I like how she still pays for her boyfriend,
Yeah.
too. It's like, I would have, if I'm making this statement, I'm only paying for myself.
Dude, try to get your own money, fam.
Literally.
I heard him repeatedly apologizing to Steve as I was walking out. What is he apologizing for? It's like, Steve, I'm so sorry. My fiance didn't pay for your food. Like, I know you have cancer and all, and you got to have everything paid for. And I'm gonna work hard to make sure she pays for everything.
Yeah,
yo.
I'm gonna make sure she is open in her wallet for you.
Yeah.
An open wallet policy.
Yeah.
Not for me, but for her, of course.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep all my money, but my wife, she can share.
Lay it down.
Jack didn't come home, but left 4 nasty texts calling me unhinged, petty, selfish, and short-sighted, as well as unsympathetic to what his friend was going through. I texted back, and I said, although his friend has unfortunate circumstances, they are not my responsibility nor my fault.
True.
He said that I'd lose nothing if I just paid for his lunch.
You
I
lose
would
the money. Bro.
And that walking out on him was nasty beyond comprehension. I told him he could have paid for him if he felt so strongly about it.
Facts.
He responded by saying that I was being willingly ignorant because I know he's been out of a job, and said that this small act of kindness could have got me a long way. Where? It got you a long way to broke.
Literally.
But I made it about myself, my money, and jeopardized his friendship for no reason. There is a problem if Steve is such a bad friend that he expects his friend's wife to pay for all of his shit.
Honestly, like, why has that's the question? Why hasn't Steve spoken to be like, hey, like, I appreciate it, but you know, it's all good. Like, you don't have to pay for me. Like, imagine one of your friends like paying for you your friend's significant other is paying for you every
Steve
time. You're
is
like,
a mooch.
Right?
He's still mad, saying he won't speak to me until I make it up to him and Steve by paying for more shit. Am I the a-hole for walking and refusing to pay?
Okay, so here's what I'll say.
Yeah, tell me what you say.
Definitely not the a-hole, but I do think I get she's frustrated. That's a very frustrating thing, but I
Maybe
would
bring it up beforehand.
I would adjust, the way that she went about it, and just be like,
because it doesn't sound like she had a problem with it before, like, or at least it sounds like she had a problem with it, but she didn't like bring up the problem before until this outburst.
Yeah, like that is, I would say,
I think that's the a-hole move.
It does feel a bit a-holy, but yeah, like at the end of the day, it's like, why is the boyfriend asking her to pay it when he could just do it himself?
Exactly. I think everyone's the a-hole here, honestly, a little bit, just because of how she reacted. Like, I feel like she should have talked to him and said, like, oh, I guess she did talk to him, actually.
Yeah.
She did say.
It's still, I would say she went a bit hard on her delivery. She went a little hard on her delivery, but like,
yeah, I think she maybe beforehand, she should like that this time
Yeah, before you eat.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for them.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just be like, but then he like, I guess he showed up randomly.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I think, I mean,
Yeah.
I understand that
Oh,
she's
yeah.
fed up. I think she's going to be like, hey,
I'm sorry. I'm not paying.
she
for
kind of
this.
did say that. And he like
Yeah.
he was,
But it
yeah.
also seems like she kind of made a scene out of it.
Yeah,
a
maybe
little
a
bit.
little bit. Man, it's just. I think actually the husband is, or her soon to be husband is more of the a-hole than her. For
Absolutely.
Sure.
He's absolutely more the
I
a-hole,
think Steve.
unquestionably.
I think even Steve is
He actually
more of the a-hole than her.
he deserves. I don't know if he's more of the a-hole, but like
I think he's more of the a-hole. Yo,
why
cancer
is he
didn't take your
accepting
tongue.
it?
You can say some shit and be like, yo.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
thank
dude,
you, but
thank you.
like
You've done enough.
You don't have to, keep going. And it's also, it's not like, oh my gosh, like he needs to cover the, like if they were talking about medical bills, you're like, oh, like let's donate to an amount. That at least makes more
man's
logical
buying
sense.
an Xbox from an electronics store. Come on.
Literally, he's like, and he's clearly intending to purchase it himself, going into the electronics store.
I don't know. I think Steve's a little bit of a mooch.
Yes.
Sounds like. And the fiance is enabling the moochiness.
Case closed.
Case closed. Boom! If you like that story, check out this other story where a professor asked a student with cancer to show up to their final exam.